Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Mr. C, and I'm here today to read to you from another one of my favorite books. It's called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, created and illustrated by James Dean, story by Eric Litwin. Is everybody ready? Okay then, here we go. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My 4 groovy buttons. My 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left?
3.
4 minus 1 equals 3.
Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Groovy. He kept on singing his song. My 3 groovy buttons. My 3 groovy buttons. Oh no. Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left?
3 minus 1 equals 2.
Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. Oh no. Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left?
1.
2 minus 1 equals 1.
Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 1 groovy button. My 1 groovy button. Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left?
0.
1 minus 1 equals 0.
Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button, and he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Well, boys and girls, that brings us to the end of another book, Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons by James Dean and Eric Litwin. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Great. Well, I think we learned 2 very important lessons today. Math can be almost as much fun as reading. And Mr. C can't sing to save his life. So you go work on some math, and I'll go work on my singing, and we'll see who's better by the end of the week. Okay. Well, until next time, boys and girls, this is Mr. C saying, don't forget to pick up a book, whether it's a storybook or a math book, any book, because there's magic in books. Until next time, this is Mr. C. Bye-bye.